life. Only man has 3 lives at the same time. So when you want, in Leviticus chapter 17 from verse 11, the Bible told us that the life of the flesh is in the blood. So we have flesh like every other animal, and the life that powers the flesh is inside the blood. That's why when you want to study anything about man, when you take a sample of his blood into the laboratory, you can trace every information about his physical makeup. But you see, the man is not just a body. He's not just a flesh. He also has a soulish component. And if you study Genesis chapter 2 verse 7, you will discover that the Bible said when God created the man, he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living soul. So he was not just flesh, he was also created a living soul. And then when you study further in Genesis chapter 2 verse 9, you are going to discover that in addition to the life that is in the blood, in addition to the life of the soul that powers the intellect of man, God still planted a tree in the garden called the tree of life that he wanted the man to eat. Because before God created the soul and the body, the Bible said God brought the man from inside of him, because the raw material that created the man was actually the breath of God, because the man came from within God. So as you study the creation of man, you are going to find 3 words. The first word is bara. It means he was made from nothing. He came from inside of God. That's the spirit. Then you are going to find another word called asa. That's the word for the coupling of the soul of the man. It means he came from something. And then you are going to find another word which by interpretation means to be coupled together. That's where the soul and the body fused for a living entity to be created. So the man has a life in the body called bios, and that life is in his blood. So when you drain the blood of a man, the body will die. And the man has another life in his soul, which is powered by the breath on his nostrils. So when man dies, that breath returns to God. But beyond that, he has another life in his spirit called zoe, which powers the spirit of the man. So one man walking is walking with 3 lives at the same time. There is the life of the blood, there is the life of the soul, and there's a life of the spirit. What that means is that man is the most complex creature that God ever made. And that's why the Bible, speaking in Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10, it said man is the product of God's mastery. It said we were created as the masterpiece of God's creation. It said we are the workmanship